hello, welcome. This is a very special stream because, as you can see, it is my 75th live stream. Yay! I'm very excited for this one. If you are not aware of who these people are, this is Prince Zuko, and this is Uncle Iroh from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Let me do a quick poll. Let's do water, earth, fire, or air. And then let's make that this red, pink, whatever that is. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. Let's just hop right into this. Today we are doing colored pencils. It has been a very hot minute since we've last done that, so I'm excited. Let's just get started, I guess. Taking black. Let's start with Zuko's hair. I hope everyone is having a terrific Tuesday so far. I got a weird start to the morning. I had a very weird dream and then I woke up and I'm like, was that real? No. But it just seemed very real. And oh, I unlocked a new dream location. I have a few that I revisit in my dreams, but this one was brand new, but it was actually rather nice. It was like this tropical island getaway vacation sort of thing. Very interesting. There was like this main island where like the hotel was or whatever, like the check-in area, and then you had to take like this canoe or like a paddleboard to your hotel room because they were all separated by water, basically like this giant lazy river, and it was weird. Welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I hope you are all doing wonderful today. Hello, hello. I was just talking about the dream I had. It was very weird. Hello. Purple, or Durble. Hiya, Solomon, and Hiya. Hello, hello. Alrighty, what are we gonna do next? Oh, his eyebrows. His eyebrow. He only has one eyebrow. There we go. Uncle Iroh, he has gray hair. Do I have a gray? I do. Well, it's actually just a sketching pencil, but oh well. Then he has a little ponytail thing, and that is green, but I'll do that later on once I do their outfits. So let's make sure not to color that in. But my dream was very weird, and there were people who I actually knew. There were some made-up people, people who I have not seen in literally probably 20 years. It was odd, but that's how dreams go. Who's the guy? This is Uncle Iroh. Let me move that down a bit. This is Uncle Iroh, Prince Zuko's uncle. Used to be General Iroh of the Fire Nation. These guys are from the show Avatar: The Last Airbender. One of my all-time favorite shows. I've rewatched it probably 5 or 6 times all the way through. Hello, hello. How are you today? Uncle Iroh and Prince Zuko of the Fire Nation. Let's get his giant beard. And their outfits at this moment in time, like in the series, this is from the 3rd season, when they go to Ba Sing Se in the Earth Kingdom. So they're wearing all green, but the background still very much resembles the Fire Nation, so I'm gonna add a touch of red in the background. Yes, yes. I love these two characters. I think Uncle Iroh, the guy I'm coloring right now, he's probably my favorite character in this show. Him and Toph are my favorites. Oh, his eyebrows. His big bushy eyebrows. Alrighty. Let's just do their eyes. So Uncle Iroh has dark brown eyes. Let's just do that. And Zuko has sort of like these amber eyes. So let's see what color we can use. Ooh, literally perfect. Look at that. Kind of like a chartreuse almost. There we go. And then let's do his scar. Let's start out with a nice maroon color. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Maroon and then kind of like a dusty color, if we can find something. Maybe these two right here. Let's see how it goes. So right around the eye is the dark maroon. And then this is called terracotta, this color right here. That's pretty perfect, if I do have to say so myself. And then I guess you can still see his eyes. Let's give that a little bit of the chartreuse color. And then let's just do their skin. I have these two shades right here. Zuko is very pale. He's like vampire pale. So I'll just do this very lightly. This is peach. Make sure to get his ear and all the other areas that are showing. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. I very much appreciate your support. It's very kind. Hello, hello. Welcome. A new video, or what do you mean? I think this is the perfect shade for Zuko. Very light. Alrighty. And then his hands. Yep, that's the only other part. So let me get his hand over here. And then once I do this, we can do Uncle Iroh, and then we can start coloring their outfits. Oh, you made a new YouTube channel? Is it the one you're commenting with currently? Okay. And then Uncle Iroh, compared to Zuko, has a bit of a tan. So I'll just do this very lightly. It's literally the color tan. So Uncle Iroh does not wear sunscreen, I guess. And then his face. Perfect. Okay, next. So their outfits are in the season 3, they are in Ba Sing Se and the Earth Kingdom. So they're wearing a bunch of green. Their outfits are actually rather similar, so let me see what I can find here. Going back with this golden color. Just along the robe. I'm just asking. This is the only account of yours that I recognize. So I'm asking about this account, I guess. Is this the new account? And then, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to draw it on spot. Oops, he has a little thing right there. Okay, there we go. Forgot to draw. My God. That part right there. Okay. it's the wrong color. Oh my gosh, oopsie. Pretend you didn't see that. Oh well. And then going to terracotta. And then with Zuko, going back to terracotta. Next, you should do Aang and Katara. Yes, I will definitely add that to my list. Let's start putting in some more green. Starting with this dark green here, literally called dark green. His belt. Oh my god, yes. Momo and Appa. That would be absolutely wonderful. Those are very good ideas. Thank you for giving some recommendations. And I know I did kind of brown, but this is a very dark green, so I'm just layering that on top. I totally forgot to do this sleeve right here. I'm going to do a touch of terracotta inside the sleeve just to deepen it a bit. I'm going back with golden, and I'll go over the entire thing. That is so kind. Well, I mean, that's very kind. I appreciate it. And I'm glad my video popped up. What ASMR video was it? Oh, he does also have gold sleeves, but those are deeper. So I'll do the same thing going in with terracotta. Then going back over with gold, or golden. I think it must have said goldenrod, but that part has been sharpened away. And then for more green, oh, he also has a little bit of that square on the other sleeve. but just barely. So we can make that terracotta as well. Now I don't know if it's a shadow right there because it's also dark there, so it might be like another layer to his outfit. So I'm just going to color it as I see it. And then this sleeve is all dark. And then this sleeve as well. Let me just do a little bit of a shadow there. But then there's also gold. And then once I color this section green, I realized that I did forget to draw some of the wrinkles in the clothing, so I'll go back over and do that with a fine point marker. And I really need to get another because my fine point Sharpie that I would typically use to draw these images, it's completely dried out. I tried adding alcohol to it. Usually that kind of revives a marker, but no, it is completely dried out and very old. So I've been using this random 35mm little sketching pen. I have no idea where I got it, but I've had it for a while and it worked pretty well, but it is definitely losing ink and I have to go over a few different spots a couple of times to fully get the pigment down, but better than nothing, I guess. Okay, this sleeve is kind of like a cream color. Let's see what we can use. Honestly, we might have to use tan again. That's what I used for his skin. But I'll just go very lightly. Actually, no. I will use this right here, peach. A little bit lighter. And then right there is a shadow, so I guess I will use tan just for that. Very lightly. And for colored pencils, I'm using a mix of Crayola, Crazy Art, and Prismacolor. So, as you can tell, that's Prismacolor. This is Crayola. But I'm just using what I have. The past couple of weeks, I've just been doing only color crayons, I mean. So it's nice to go back and forth every once in a while, but I definitely do have more color options with crayons. I have 96 colors to choose from, but even then it's like, it's not the best selection. There are a few shades that are a bit too similar, and then it's also like, why didn't you include these other colors? I don't know, but it's all good. And then he has like a mossy green there. Oh, also this little area up here for Zuko. It's basically just, I don't know if you can quite see until I color it in, but he has an apron. I'm going to do that very lightly because that is also the same color as his skin. Maybe I'll just do shadows once I color this in, just to kind of give some contrast. I'll go back in with tan here, just to create a shadow, add a bit of contrast there. Roku and Aang, yes. Oh my god, that would be so fun. It would be cool to do, I know in the first season when they first visit the Southern Air Temple, right? When Aang opens the giant door and then it has all of the statues of the previous avatars, that would be a very cool thing to color, or draw at least. There wouldn't be much color because they're all gray statues, but I know we could do something fun with that. Okay. His sleeves are a very dark brown, kind of like a chocolate color. So I'm just going to grab dark brown. I truly do appreciate you giving me all of these recommendations. That is very much appreciated. I do have a few other photos, or like scenes, landscapes, whatever, that I would like to do, but these are definitely going on my to-do list for future live streams, so thank you very much. And then this sleeve as well. It's kind of hidden. I totally forgot to draw, jeez, the rest of his sleeve. There are just so many tiny details in this photo. And then his sleeve up here. And then let's make that a part of his sleeve too, why not? That seems to be the only dark brown. Let me do a little bit more in here just to cool down that area. And then Zuko's top is also this color here, the dark green. Where did I put the golden color? I realize it continues. Shoot! I realize this is the spout of the teapot right here because it's also gold, so well, Okay, we'll figure this out. Maybe I'll take a light green and then go over the gold. So there's an actual difference in tone there. There's just a lot of gold and a lot of green in this photo. And then over here, let me draw a bit more detail. I'm sorry, Mr. Comment. I did some of those color sheets because my cousin printed them out. So that's why I have so many ideas. That is fabulous. It is always good to color. Did you just find, or I guess, did your cousin just find like random photos for you to color? That's kind of what I do. I go on Pinterest and I'm like, what am I in the mood for? Yes? Okay. I was just curious. I feel like Pinterest does have, aside from all of the AI bull caca that's on there now, they still do have a pretty good selection of like coloring pages and just overall inspiration. I have to go. Will you be streaming in 10 minutes? Yes, I most definitely will. I will see you then. I'll probably be streaming 20-25 minutes more, I'm guesstimating. Okay. Let's move on to a mossy color. This is Focus Jade Green. And we will be doing that for Uncle Iroh here. And then down here as well. And then, oh, I did not realize another thing that I forgot to draw. His robe. Oops, I'm drawing on my finger here. And then the other part of his robe. So let's do that golden color. Then going back to dark green. one video, well, I guess 2 videos that I have really been wanting to do and I just have been putting off for no valid reason. If you did not know, I love to do themed lookbooks. A lookbook is basically just a bunch of outfits put together that can go to a particular theme. I've done a Star Wars lookbook. I've done Mamma Mia, like the movie Mamma Mia. Here we go again. Gosh, what else have I done? I did like a nighttime lookbook that was posted very recently. I've probably done many more. I just cannot think of anything right now, but I would love, love, love to do an Avatar themed lookbook and to do stuff for like all the 4 nations and everything. I feel like that would be so much fun. And I definitely have clothing items that I could wear for each of those. So yeah, I gotta start planning that. But the second video idea that I have that is related to that, if you did not know, I also love to cosplay. Cosplaying is dressing up as a particular character. So I've been doing that a lot for like the past 5 years. That's crazy. But yeah, I would love to do like an Aang cosplay. I have a bald cap. I could do the blue arrow, the outfit, and I don't know, I could either make it look like really good or just really cursed. It could go either way. But I feel like that would be so much fun. Okay, I'm gonna take the same green and I'm gonna go over the gold there just so I can kind of make a difference there with the tone of everything, because this teapot also has gold. So let me just finish that up there. Ba Sing Se loves their gold. And then this part as well. And then, of course, I forgot to draw some detailing on here. That is terrible, but oh well. And then this will be gold as well. More gold. Austin Powers 3 gold member. Yes. Or if you watch Jarvis Johnson, gold. I don't know. Hopefully my viewers also watch that stuff. Hello, hello, Bellatini Art and Coloring. Welcome. We are just coloring Prince Zuko and Uncle Iroh. And I realized that all of the gold tones are too similar, so I'm going over the outfit gold with a touch of green. That already looks so much better. And then, alright, that looks pretty good. Oh, his sleeve. Always forgetting something. Okay, that definitely looks better now. his outfit is pretty much complete. His apron is a very light color, but let's just add a touch of gray to that. It's better than nothing. And I'm just using a sketching pencil for this. Okay, their outfits are all complete. His little ponytail needs to be green. There we go. I do want to dot on some pupils, or at least kind of thicken that up a bit. Right here, let's add a bit more texture. Come on, pen, work. And then we could do some here. Gosh, oh my gosh, this pen is terrible. And then Uncle Iroh's belly, how could I forget? And that looks pretty good. And then you just gotta do the rest of the teapot here. Let's do the tan color going in between all those gold spaces. And then make his apron a little darker. And then the cups are matching the gold circles. Kingsman, the golden circle, huh? Those movies are so good. I've not seen them in a hot minute though. Then going back in with this tan color. And then they have like a little pastry looking thing It's orange and there's already a lot of that color going on here, so I'm gonna make it more of like a plum kind of color maybe. So let's do that. Let's do the bottom in mauve. That is not mauve, I would say, but okay. Definitely not mauve. I would call that grape. And then magenta for the top. And then, where did I put it? Right here. The plates are also gold, of course. What other color would they be? That's like a little napkin thing, so I'll leave that white. And then the tray itself is kind of a darker brown. Let's do sienna brown. More of a red tone wood. Forgot a little bit of the plate to make sure not to color the napkin. That looks pretty good to me. Okay. Is everything colored in the outfits? I think so. I do want to make Zuko's hair darker. It's looking rather gray right now. There we go. And I think it's time to move on to the background. So, in honor of the Fire Nation, let's do a touch of red. These are the reds that I have to work with. Let's swatch them on the back here so we can see the difference. This is the Prismacolor Sienna Brown, Crayola Red, and Crazy Art. Oh, so red. Oh, of course. Okay, let's see. Okay, well that's like orange, so we're not doing that anyways. Alrighty. Stay. Okay, I'm thinking we can do the outlines of the pattern in the sienna brown and then fill in everything with red. Let's just do red first. Kind of make it easier on ourselves. don't even know where to start. And if it overlaps, that is totally okay because we're going to be going over those lines with sienna brown. took a while. Little ASMR treat for you. Okay, moving on to Sienna. You know what? Let me raise this up a bit. And then angle it down. Okay, I feel like that's better, hopefully. Hello, welcome back. We've made some progress. Yes. Ask away. Air, yes. I'm an Aquarius, so I am an air sign. So technically, I should be an airbender. I stream one time a day on Tuesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then one time on Friday at around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if anything happens to happen and my plans change, I will always make an update in my community tab. Sometimes things happen and then plans change, and so I might do it like an hour earlier, but regardless, I will make an update in the community tab. Yes, I appreciate you asking. As you can see, I'm almost done outlining here, but I think I will go back in with more red just to make it pop a bit more. Okay, I think, oh, nope, right here. Okay, going back in with red. Oh my gosh, that made my hand hurt. I was clutching it so tight. I'm just gonna apply a bit more pressure with the red here. I guess there was no real reason for me to do red first. I could have just done the outline and then this, but whatever. You live and you learn. Oh, I forgot the background there. I think, yeah, that's the only spot. Okay. As we are finishing up here, I do want to thank you all for joining me today on this Tuesday and relaxing and just hanging out and chatting. I always enjoy talking to you guys. And thank you all for the wonderful recommendations. So now I have a lot more ideas and things that I can color. So I very much appreciate that. And I am currently working on editing my next video. I gotta do a voiceover and all that jazz, but I will definitely have it up by this upcoming weekend. That will be the very end of the month, the 31st. Maybe Friday the 30th. We'll just have to see. But yeah, I'm very excited for this one. I've been working on this video for almost an entire month. It has taken me a very long time, but I'm very excited to get it up, and I hope you all enjoy it. And I also did just post another new video on this past Saturday for my cat Olive's 6th birthday. Did it just glitch? Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. I hope not. but that video with Olive is already up and live, and I hope you enjoy it. Oh, Clue Girl, thank you for joining me. And thank you for returning. I always enjoy seeing you guys again and again. It's very motivating. The Olive video is adorable. Thank you. I will be sure to tell her. She is sleeping right now, of course. But when she wakes up, I will let her know. Me and my sister can't stop watching it. That is so sweet. Thank you. That's so kind. I feel like I will definitely have to do many more of those videos. I do try to get Olive in every video that I can, but like 9 times out of 10 when I'm filming, she is already sleeping. So I don't want to bother her, but I do try to get her into videos whenever I can. She will be in my next video, my next DIY, so keep an eye out for that. Okay, I'm very happy with this. I'm very happy with this. Wow, this looks good. Sometimes I finish up a coloring page and I'm like, I don't know if I like this, but I truly do like this. So let me grab my pencil. Today is 5/27/25. Sign my name, very tiny. Olive is a very sleepy cat. Yes, she is. But she also has a lot of zoomies when she wakes up. So she's zipping and zooming around the house. But here we go. This is the final coloring page. Thank you all for helping me with this today. I think it looks very, very cute. Just because the blank white or stark white is bothering me, I'm just going to make these napkins gray. And then that'll be it. So if you like this, please be sure to leave a like. That really helps out with the algorithm. And subscribe if you want. And I will see you on my next video or a live stream. And I hope you all have a super wonderful rest of your day. Oh, and I don't know if I even said this, but this is my 75th live stream. So, very fun. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I've done this many live streams already, but here we are. So, I want to thank you all for joining me for this very special stream. And I will see you all on my next video or live stream or in the community tab or in my shorts, wherever you see me. So have a wonderful rest of your day.